Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of the Post podcast. With me, as always, is my co-host, Chris Ronan. You're not sounding too good over there, bud.
No, I'm a little under the weather again, boys. I think we had one episode last year when I was sick, and I sound just as good as last time, so enjoy it. I'll try not to cough too much into the mic, but this is what I'm going to sound like for the episode.
Just get used to it now.
Gross.
Figured I'd rip the Band-Aid off and tell people what they're going to be listening to, you know?
Yeah, not looking forward to it myself.
No. So, when did this all come about?
What, me getting sick?
Yeah.
Like 2 days ago. It's just a cold. My daughter's got it too, so we're sharing.
Ugh.
Spreading our germs.
Jesus. Well, I guess if you want to talk about sick, I bought a fucking bed for the house.
Nice.
Haven't used it yet.
Nice.
Like, That's
sick.
I understand ASMR now. Like, I understand, like, just, like, now, like, I can't go to bed now or just pass out without doing those 10-hour, like waves or just, like, rain or snowstorm now. And I'm like, ugh. But now, like, I understand ASMR now, but it's, like, ASMR is, like, this weird, like, sexual, like, thing. Like, I can't say
Going down a fucking rabbit hole here.
I am going down a rabbit hole 30 seconds into this, but it's just like I don't know, like it's relaxing to me, but at the same time it's like there's nothing I like, no matter what you look up for ASMR, you're like, Jesus, is this even allowed on YouTube?
I mean, if I were looking for, like, noises to fall asleep to, I would type that in. I wouldn't type in ASMR because that's
but
different.
ASMR just comes up anyway.
If you just type in noises to fall asleep to? I don't know if I agree with that. I think you're typing in ASMR.
Maybe. I don't know. Maybe it's just YouTube recommendations at this point.
Yeah,
like, well,
probably.
You like this video.
YouTube's like, maybe you need to find a new website.
It's not, buddy. This isn't the website you're looking for.
It's not like that.
I swear to God, it's not like that. So let's jump into it this week, and I think we should jump into something huge that happened today. We're recording November 4th, and this morning we found out that Jack Eichel was traded.
Yeah, we finally got resolution here. The Buffalo Sabres have traded him to the Vegas Golden Knights for, correct me if I'm wrong, Alex Tuch, Peyton Krebs, a 2022 first-round pick that's conditional, and a 2023 first-round pick.
God damn, you nailed it,
yeah.
huh? No
and it was
notes in
Jack
front of you at
Eichel.
all.
Jack Eichel and what, a 2022 third-round pick?
2023 third-round pick.
Okay.
Damn, you nailed it.
Yeah,
Wow.
man, that was big news. That's what we've been waiting for all season. It's been the talk of the offseason, so it's good to finally see a resolution. Jack seems a lot more happier. He had a nice interview with Elliot Friedman, and he wouldn't really go in too much to disparaging the Buffalo Sabres, which makes sense because it's resolved. You know, there's nothing to really be upset about.
Nope.
But the big takeaway from this is actually pretty cool that they announced today Jack Eichel is going to be getting his surgery. Vegas wants him to start next week, get it done. He should be back in 4 to 6 months, I think they said.
Yep.
And Alex Tuch, you said, is also going to be out until about January, I believe.
Yeah, Alex Tuch is out with a shoulder injury, won't be back till January. And Peyton Krebs, they sent right down to the Rochester Americans for the AHL. So the only thing in the NHL right now is the draft picks that were traded.
Yeah, so it's kind of interesting to see that. And it honestly makes the most sense when you're looking at trade value for players. It's like, well, I'm going to get this stud player, but he's out for X amount of time.
Right.
Alex Tuch is arguably a stud hockey player, probably a top six forward. And he's going to be out for X amount of time. For the listeners that don't know, too, Matt and I were talking about this, about a protected top 10 pick, which is what Buffalo was trading to Vegas, correct?
Right, yep.
So the first-round pick that's going to be in the 2022 draft is a protected top 10 pick. So if this pick comes to be drawn in the lottery to be a top 10, like between 1 and 10, Buffalo is keeping that pick. And I think Vegas would get something else in that regard, or maybe it's just taken out of the deal. But if it was picks 11 through 32, that's Vegas's pick now.
Yeah, I thought that was interesting. I read that. I'm like, what does that mean? Like, if you get like I thought they traded, like, if they got a pick that was like 1 through 10, then they got that pick, but it's the other way around.
Yeah, because I mean, you wouldn't want to put it up and be like, yeah, we'll give you it if it's between 1 and 10.
Yeah.
We'll give you it if it's 11 or 32, obviously, you know?
Right.
And the other interesting part of it is you usually don't see protected pick in the hockey trade terms, but I think we see it this time because of how big of a trade this is with Jack Eichel. Usually you see the term conditional pick, which is what this actually is. In the NBA, it's much more common to see a protected pick traded. They talk about that more often because in the NBA, the draft lottery is like what makes or breaks teams.
Right.
Like you need one guy in the NBA to make your team. So, but just wanted to explain that for the listeners that didn't know.
I know Buffalo too. When they were trading, like a big what's the word I'm looking for? Just a big thing that if a team couldn't do this, then they're just like, no, we don't want any part of it. But the team, Vegas, had to be able to take the $10 million per year with him, so they didn't want to buy him out. They'd be like, no, you're taking all that money, which is great for Buffalo because that opens up a shit ton of cap space for them too during the rebuild that they're going to be having. So I like this. You know, I was it this morning. I was we're DMing each other about this, and the more we talked, the more I was like, oh, I kind of see it now through like Buffalo's perspective because I saw well, was it Buffalo or someone else? No, I think it was Vegas. I think it was because they had like Alex Tuck, Krebs, like two draft picks, and I was telling you, I'm like, it's a lot for Eichel, and then you're just like, well, you're talking about Buffalo Sabres who sees Eichel as a way to, especially as a team going through rebuilds, just like a solid piece to get more out of him. You know, if they could trade him high, you know, get as much as you can for Jack Eichel, which is what Buffalo did. And
they know that every team in the league wants him. Like, when there were trade talks for him, there wasn't a single team that was like, no, we're not interested. Like, everybody wants him because of how good he can be. And it's really just a matter of, let's see how this surgery goes, and when he comes back, what he will be. You know?
Right.
But I think Vegas is a nice landing spot for him. I heard rumors of Colorado at one point. Calgary was in the talks, but I like him in Vegas, and I think that he'll be a nice addition come January to really put the foot on the gas to head towards the playoffs.
Oh, yeah. I like this, too. We talked about Leonard going off on Twitter that time, and Leonard even had Eichel's back in that whole Twitter thing saying, you know, I know what it's like in Buffalo. I know what they're like. So it'd be cool to have Jack Eichel on the team with their goalie, Robin Leonard, to have his full support through all of it, too. So
yeah, it's a familiar face for him, too.
That's cool. Yep. Yeah, I didn't even think about that either. Yeah. Moving on, Marian Gaborik retires. Gabo's been a huge name around the league for, I wouldn't say huge, but he's been a name around the league that I think a lot of people know, especially the New York Rangers. He retired with 1,035 games, 815 points, 17 NHL seasons, and 1 Stanley Cup. Excellent player. I loved watching him on the New York Rangers. What did he... We didn't look this up at all. What team did he retire on?
The Ottawa Senators.
Senators.
Actually, I'm sorry. The last game that he played was with the Senators in 2017-18 is what I'm seeing on HockeyDB. So he hasn't really been playing, so he might be like a
Just
Rick
out.
DiPietro situation, like he's still getting paid.
Yeah.
He's on contract, but he's not playing kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, though.
Interesting.
Yeah, I see him for 30 games with the Kings in the same year and then 16 games with the Senators.
That's what I was thinking, too. I was thinking Kings, but I didn't want to... Huh, interesting. Yeah, but good for him. The guy's been around the league for a while. He's, I think I saw he's 39 years old, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
But yeah, I mean, when you get to that age, man, it's time to go. So
he played for a lot of teams, all things considered, too.
Yeah.
Sens, Kings, Blue Jackets, Rangers, and Wild.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a pretty decent amount of teams for a guy that you wouldn't think that he got bounced around a lot.
Right, exactly.
When you hear his name.
Mm-hmm. Moving on, also we got Pekka Rinne. He'll be the first Predator in franchise history to have his number retired. It'll be retired on February 24th in 2022. Something I kind of wanted to I'm sure there's a lot of shit that goes on leading up to this, but it's kind of funny how long it takes to do this. Like, they announced it's November now, and it's going to take like 3 months to get this done. I'm sure there's a lot going on to, get it done.
Yeah, I think it's just, picking the right night, like a nice home game for him.
Yeah.
Home crowd. I don't really know outside of that. I think you want to hype it up a little bit, too. You don't want to be like, all right, we're going to do it tomorrow night. We're going to do it next week. Like,
yeah, just
you book it out a little bit down the road.
Mm-hmm. Makes sense. Moving on past those two, we have Leon Draisaitl. He becomes the first player. Oh, he is the first player with 20 points in only 9 games since Mario Lemieux back in 2002. Goddamn.
Yeah, he's got 9 goals and 11 assists to start the season off. It's insane.
That's
the numbers that line puts up. It's unreal. They're just like a whole nother level.
I was just looking them up. They're rising in the standings right now. Oilers. I think they just knocked out Calgary, who was in first place, if I'm not mistaken. So I got it up right here. Yeah, they just knocked Calgary out. Edmonton's up. Only 1 loss so far. 8-1. So wow, good for them. I mean, Edmonton's been just an absolute on an absolute tear.
Yeah, Mike Smith really turned his career around once he went there, and it seems to be a good fit for him.
Right. Connor McDavid, too, has been... Dude, Edmonton. Man, what did we have Edmonton as? Did I put Edmonton as, like... Man, I might be overthinking it, but, like, just the way they're looking right now, I'm just like, they have a team that can push. You think so?
I do, but I think that they're bugged like the Leafs are. I think they're a first-round exit kind of team. I don't know.
Just one of those.
Yeah, I think they're hot out the gate, and that's all fine and dandy. But you actually can't maintain this throughout the whole season. And two, we've talked about getting hot at the right time. Maybe this is the right time in the sense that they'll have cold in the middle and then hot at the end again. But I mean, it's very early to be looking at Stanley Cup, predictions. It's good to do, I think, before the season,
Right.
And then I tend to not look at it again until right before playoffs. That's just my outlook
Right.
on it because it's a long season. The Carolina Hurricanes are 9-0, but I don't know. Are they going to win the Stanley Cup?
Who knows?
Personally, I don't think so.
Who knows? But yeah, same thing about us talking about the Buffalo Sabres and the Detroit Red Wings. Detroit's fallen down. Buffalo's fallen down. I think they were in 4th place, I think, and Tampa Bay's rising up. I think it's Florida. I can't remember who's in 2nd place. I know Tampa Bay's in 3rd.
Toronto.
Yeah, Toronto's in 2nd. So things are starting to just even out here. Maybe again, as I said a few weeks ago, that those teams are all seeing each other for the first time in like almost 2 years. Maybe it's everyone just getting used to each other and be like, okay, this is how we do shit. But yeah, I don't know. Interesting to me that kind of everything's kind of fallen. We were just watching the Bruins game today. Detroit, Patrice Bergeron, 4 goals, buddy, and 5-1 win for the Bruins.
Yep, and the same night, Brock Nelson has scored 4 goals. I believe it was Islanders over the Capitals 6-2 tonight. So it's kind of interesting to see 2 4-goal nights.
4-goal nights.
4 goals scored in one night kind of thing,
Right. So we were just looking at this up right before the podcast here, or right before recording. PK Subban fined $15,000 for tripping Trevor Zegras. When you first sent me the video, I think it's just the angle. I didn't understand it, but I saw the slew foot that PK's been doing, and we saw a video of a back-to-back-to-back comparison of what he did to 3 different players this season.
This season, yeah. There was a preseason incident with Ryan Reeves on the Rangers, and then he did this again. I want to say it was last week against Calgary Flames. He did it to Milan Lucic. And now the one against Zegras, it wasn't as flagrant as the other ones, but the motion's still there, and it's the same angle. At a certain point, you got to train yourself. Stop putting your leg there and pushing him over it. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's just a dirty play. I don't know if Subban does it with intent to injure or what the deal is, but I just don't like the I guess second-hand reaction for him to go and do that.
Yeah, I don't like it. I can't remember who the Ranger. Can't remember who the Ranger player was, but
Ryan Reeves, we thought he was going to miss some time.
Yeah,
with that leg injury.
he fully folded, and I'm like, Jesus. PK's a big dude too, so I guarantee you the slew foot is not like this little touch. It's no, he's going all out to flip you. 3 times though, and
it's been maybe a month and a half, 2 months.
Maybe a month and a half. $15,000 fine. How do you feel about that?
I think it's the right thing. I think maybe a hearing too, and I think there was a hearing, and that's what they ended up with. But I don't know. Maybe give him a game just so you can be this has no place in our league, in our game, and they're doing that a lot this season with cross-checking. The cross-checking calls have gone through the roof because they just want to take it out of the game. Those little battles in front of the net, you can move the forward, the defenseman, however you want to, but you can't cross-check them to move them.
Right.
And that's the big deal right now in the NHL. They're we need to remove this from the game entirely. So they're calling every single thing, as light as it might be. If your hands are like this on the stick and you shove someone with it, you're getting called. So I think that's the next thing, slew fitting. There's not a lot of players that do slew fit, and there's not a lot of slew foots throughout the season, I don't think.
Right. But to see it
3 times in 2 months from one player,
right?
You got to think about that.
That's a lot. I think. Sorry. I feel like a dad tonight, huh? I came over. Me and you were doing just dad things. You went to the. Oh man, I know what it feels like now.
Yeah, day in the life.
Yeah, maybe a quarter of the dad feel.
Yeah,
not the full thing, but holy shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. So PK Subban, dude, 3 times $15K. I mean, as long as like no one gets hurt, I guess. But you know, that's the next thing, I guess. With the hearing would be like, hey, listen, like you folded Reeves, like this is just gonna get bad, and when it does get bad, you know, what the hell do we do?
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll move on from PK Subban here because Thatcher Demko made some ridiculous saves this week. Lost his blocker in this scrum, or yeah, I guess would you get like a pile up in his crease. Referees did not call anything. Apparently, the refs did notice that he didn't have a blocker, which I thought he's supposed to blow the whistle.
So I was thinking about that too, and I think it's an equipment malfunction is the way that it's looked at, and it's partially on the goalie. So the reason they don't blow the whistle is because the other team has the puck. So since they have possession, they're going to wait for his team to get the puck.
Yeah.
And once his team has possession, then they'll blow it dead.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
But it's not like you see all the time with the mask. When the mask comes off, or if a buckle comes loose, they'll blow it dead because that's a safety thing. Like, that's his head. When it's like his hand, like, don't put your hand in front of the puck. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So they'll just wait for his own team to get possession.
Gotcha.
But I did think it was weird at first, too.
Yeah. Because I was like, because even Demko's waving his hand, be like, hey, listen, blow it. And they're just like, no,
It's like
going.
last season, I believe, maybe it was 2 ago, when Tuukka Rask lost his skate blade.
Skate blade, yeah.
And you literally can't skate, but it's like, that's on you. Don't wear the ones
you.
that have interchangeable blades.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Or something
That's
like
the way
that.
they look at it. So it's like an equipment malfunction
Right.
to an extent.
Right. That makes sense. Sorry. I'm dying over here, but
Jesus.
I don't know how you... Well, you chugged a Red Bull.
Yeah, I always have a Red Bull. You got to wake up.
I got to wake up over here. So Thatcher Demko, after waving his hand, he made this pad stack, which was unbelievable, by the way. And then still not blowing the play dead. And I keep seeing his hand. Like, as a goalie, like, I'm sweating just watching him. I'm like, oh, shit. Because he's seeing, like, NHL-type, like, slap shots.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, you could see him trying to, like, just hide it. Because I swear to God, if just a wrist shot would probably shatter his hand.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know who the player was, but he shot it from the blue line. And Demko was able to hit the pad, block his side. And I freaked out. I was like, did it hit his hand? And that was it. But... dude, Thatcher Demko has been unbelievable since he entered the Vancouver Canucks. I think like he came right out of BC. He was just like, no, this is the dude who wants to be with us. Do you think so?
I think unbelievable might be a bit much. This series of saves was fucking unbelievable. The fact that like he battled through it and got the job done. But I don't think that he is like top tier level. You know what I mean? Like rattle off some goalie names and I'll tell you if he's better or worse than them. Just name people.
Semyon Varlamov?
Worse. Demko is worse than Varlamov.
Oh, I thought you said he was okay. Antoine Kudobin,
Worse.
Dustin Tokarski,
Better.
Craig Anderson.
Better. What do you think? Are you on the same page with me?
Yeah, I'm kind of.
Who's someone that you think is like close to Demko's level? Then how about that? I'd give him like
Maybe like Lauren Persois.
yes, and like a UC Saros even is like close.
Close, yeah.
But like UC Saros is a little better. I think.
Yeah, right.
So I think he's about that level. So I think unbelievable is a bit much, and I also think he's on a worse team than these other guys that we've named off. But yeah, I thought that that series was unreal, and that Scorpion save that he made was absurd, just fucking ridiculous.
Unreal. Thought
just the presence of mind to be down on the ice, you don't have your blocker on, and to think I'll throw my pad up where my blocker should be, and he ends up getting a piece of it.
Kid's also like 6'5" too, like this lengthy dude.
Yeah, yep.
Just able to just throw his leg. I don't know. It's got to get lucky. Got to be good to be lucky though too. Oh yeah, that's right. So you we're talking about Shea Theodore here. So you told me you showed me a thing about all the hockey players who battled through cancer this season or the postseason, preseason.
Yeah, it's Hockey Fights Cancer Month, so the NHL put up a little graphic.
Yeah.
Is that what you're talking about?
Yep.
So there was a little graphic of players that have already, fought with cancer and won their battles and are playing in the NHL still currently. And no surprise to both of us, and hopefully you listeners know too, Oscar Lindblom 2 seasons ago was diagnosed with cancer, fought it, came back, and played his first game back in the NHL last year, I believe. Brian Boyle fought cancer probably 4 or 5 years ago now. He was on the Devils at the time, I think. He's on the Pittsburgh Penguins still playing. We talked about him first episode of this season because he scored one of the league's first goals.
Oh, yeah.
And then Shea Theodore actually was a surprise to both of us.
Yep.
He is a cancer survivor that plays for the Vegas Golden Knights.
Right. So Shea Theodore failed. This is before this season. No, sorry, before last season. Shea Theodore failed his drug test for elevated testosterone levels. He was told by the team that he was either using like test boosters or something like that, or it could be an early sign of testicular cancer. So he's like, I'm not using. So he went to the doctors, and they found early stage of testicular cancer where they're able to treat him, and he's fully healed. So it's insane to think a drug test of all things led him to the knowledge that he had early stages of testicular cancer and was able to get it.
It is nuts that they realize that too. They're like, high testosterone. They're like, you're either using or it's this.
Yeah.
And it's like, holy shit.
Holy shit.
And then he goes to the doctors. He's like, oh God, like, it's got to be that kind of thing.
That, yeah.
Oh, that's terrible.
Because especially if you know, like, you're not using, especially if you know you're not using any enhancement drugs, you're like, oh shit, well, it's got to be that.
Yeah.
So it's good that they're able to figure that out. It's actually kind of cool how they were able to also know too and tell them and be like, it's either this or this, you know?
Yeah.
So, yeah, I thought that was cool. Actually, I only found that out because I was watching the Vegas Golden Knights game earlier this week, and they brought it up, or the announcers brought it up and told the story, and I was like, oh, shit. Like, ironic as hell that, I was able to get that information because I was like, hey, guess what?
Yeah, right.
So that was cool shit to me. But, yeah, so definitely, I don't know, like, if you can learn anything from that, but, just if you have high testosterone levels and you're not juicing up, I'd definitely go to the doctors and figure shit out,
Guess so.
But, yeah, good for him. Good for him for figuring that out, and the team, I guess, helping him out. So we're going to move on here to Carey Price. Carey Price is expected to be back soon, as earliest as this weekend. I think, personally, Montreal Canadiens definitely need him. I think they've definitely felt his presence gone. They're dead last in the Atlantic Division, and Jake Allen has not been the goalie that. Even you said it when we were talking about Carey Price being out, and I was just like, oh, I think Jake Allen might do something and be like,
I just don't think it's a one-man job to replace Carey Price. Like, you need two strong goalies there, and without him there, you don't have that. They got whacked tonight 6-2 against the Islanders, and Brock Nelson put up 4 goals on them. So
yep.
That says something. And the Canadiens just have not looked very good out of the gate this season. So let's hope that they can turn it around and make it to the playoffs, and Carey Price can come back and save the ship.
Hoping. But, yeah, I hope he's doing good, too, because he also went out on, we don't know, because mental health?
We don't know.
We don't know. But, yeah, hopefully he's back fully ready, and, I hope he found the help that he needed, too. So, can't wait to see him back. Moving on, we got Adam Fox, your boy, 7 years, $66.5 million with the New York Rangers.
Yeah, $9.5 million AAV, right? Seems like just about the right price for these top stud defensemen.
Mm-hmm.
You're looking at what would you say? Cale Makar, Adam Fox, maybe Charlie McAvoy. There's one other young guy. There's one other young guy that's in the mix for that group, but there's 4 of them in the league that's making about that money, and they're the young studs to build a team around. You got to build it from the back out, and that's how a lot of these teams are realizing now. So good for the Rangers for locking him up.
Yeah, you nailed it. By the way, it still shocks me that you nailed it. Like, way back in the day, we were talking about Adam Fox and one of his plays, and you're just like, dude, this guy's gonna be the best defenseman in the league. The Norris? And guess what he did? He won the fucking Norris. So good for him.
Yeah, he's playing out of his nuts too. He's really good. I think he had. I want to say 1 goal and 9 assists through, like, maybe it was 1 goal. Yeah, I think it was 1 goal, 7 assists through, like, 2-3 days ago, something like that. So he's putting points up for the team from the blue line.
Beautiful.
Talking
about people coming back and going out right away. Sidney Crosby, he was back for 1 game, October 30th against the New Jersey Devils, and went almost instantaneously right out. He tested positive for COVID-19.
Wait, so he got to play that game?
He got to play that game.
Oh, wow.
And then after the game, they tested positive for COVID, and he's got symptoms too, so he's going to be out.
You'd think that would be something they would do before the game.
You would think.
So weird.
So I don't know. But Crosby came back, and now he's gone. the guy they needed. One of the guys they needed the most right now.
Yeah, they got the job done tonight, 3-2 in overtime against the Flyers. Good rivalry game. But yeah, the Penguins weren't looking so good without him and Malkin.
No,
Malkin's still out, right? I think he did surgery.
Malkin's still out. Yep. But yeah, he was Crosby came back. He was just a -3 that game.
Nice.
I mean, first game back, but it is what it is.
Light dusting, 2 to 3 inches.
Yeah. So one of the last things we want to talk about tonight is Boris Sadecky. He played for the Bratislava Capitals in the Ice Hockey League of Austria. He lost consciousness during a game on Friday, October 29th, and was rushed to the hospital where he passed away on Wednesday, November 3rd. He's 24 years old, just a young kid. We don't know what happened. Again, went on, double-checked the website, the team's website today, and they came out just like, no, we're not saying anything about what happened. The family's just going to know, and that's it. So our condolences to him, his family, his friends, the team. That's rough to see. Mid-game, it's rough to see. I saw this and thought of that Tavares. Remember Tavares got hit by Corey Perry in the head, and he just kind of ragdolled? That's a scary moment, man. Imagine your teammate just unconscious out of nowhere, and just Wednesday you find out that he passes away. And
this wasn't a hit like that either. This guy just dropped.
For reasons we don't know, but it sucks to see. So our condolences to him. We always end this on a fucking somber note, huh?
Yeah,
probably do that first, or just make the rest of the. I don't know. How would you do this in the middle of everything? Be happy, then sad, and then happy again toward the end. Maybe that's the move here.
I don't know about that. I like it at the end. I think that's where it belongs.
You sick bastard. Do you got anything at all?
No, not really. The Arizona Coyotes look like fucking shit, and I'm very disappointed with that. It's crazy to see that Adin Hill isn't getting the job done there. Darcy Kemper left this offseason, right? Is that right, or is there another goalie that I'm getting mixed up with?
Yeah, you're mixing people up because Adin Hill is on San Jose Sharks, buddy.
Well, he left the Yotes too.
It's that weird fucking goalie. What's the goalie for?
Oh no, never. No, listen. I know what I said.
Listen here,
but Adin Hill was on the Yotes last season.
Yeah,
and so was Darcy Kemper.
Yes.
So they lost both of them.
Yeah.
Okay. And now these two randos aren't getting the job done. It sucks to see.
No.
It's weird to see that they didn't bring anything to backfill. Their goal differential through 10 games, they're 0-9-1, and they're -29.
I don't get it. We've talked about this before too. You're like, why would you get two big goalies out of the way and not bring anything in? And here we are.
It just doesn't make sense. It's like, are they tanking for Connor Bedard? That's next season, isn't it? It's next season. I don't
know. Connor Bedard's next season, but you would think. I mean, all of us in our heads was like maybe Buffalo Sabres, but I don't think that's looking like the case right now.
Maybe they want out of Arizona. I don't know. That's the only other thing I could think of.
I mean, this is their last season. I don't know what the hell's going on.
It's not their last season. They
the last season at Gia River Arena, right?
Yeah, but they're still gonna be in Arizona. They're not.
That's what
moving.
I'm saying. Yeah.
So maybe they want out of Arizona, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Maybe they're like, if we suck enough, we lose all our fans.
Just get the fuck out of here. Yeah.
That's crazy, though.
I don't know. Dude, they're awful, by the way.
Yeah.
Terrible. What did I say? They were like 0-10 last time I sent you something like that?
Yeah, I just said they're 0-9-1 with a -29 goal differential.
Unreal.
But the Blackhawks have the same number of goals against, and they're only -17. They're 1-8-2 also. Man, the Blackhawks do not look good.
Blackhawks are not looking good. Fleury came out earlier this week saying it's difficult to keep a smile on your face. I'm like, yeah, no shit. You guys are looking, one, awful, and the media presence right now surrounding your organization is not looking good. Chicago's just not looking good, just all around right now. It's just you got Gary Bettman's not looking good either. There's a whole bunch of things saying how he's handling a bunch of stuff.
Yeah,
just like it's time to get rid of him.
A lot of people want him out. I think in an interview last week with him and I think the commissioner Bill Daly or deputy commissioner Bill Daly of some shit.
Yeah.
There was an interview and they basically glanced over one reporter that's basically investigating the Blackhawks incident and everything that's going on there. And they just tried to ignore him and never ask him a question for 45 minutes. And someone was like, "Are you going to ask him a question? You've glanced over him this many times." So that's a very bad look for the league. They're trying to not cover this, which I understand you don't want it in the spotlight, but you can't blatantly like sweep it under the rug, and that's exactly what he's trying to do.
Right.
I'm never one to be like, in the NFL, it's a big meme, a big joke that like, fuck Goodell, he's a fucking shitbag, we hate this guy. The whole league is a shitty league. Like, there's a lot of like shit that's wrong with the NFL. It's not just the commissioner's fault. Like, what does the commissioner actually fucking do at the end of the day? You know, there's Department of Player Safety that handles like certain incidents on the ice. There's this, that, the other thing. Like, the commissioner isn't always like this fucking Darth Vader guy that makes the league suck.
Yeah.
Like, at the beginning of his career, until I'd probably say 6-7 years ago, even with the lockouts under his belt, Gary Bettman has done like great things for the game of hockey. He's I think he is inducted or was on the ballot to be inducted to the Hockey Hall of Fame for how he's grown this game. But with what's come to light about the Blackhawks situation, and I believe there's been a few other things, like Toradol was brought up for one. Another one was the mishandling of the lockouts. I've heard some of the CBA agreements haven't gone too well. It makes sense that it's time for change. You need a fresh face to, you know, change the culture a bit. It's kind of like the John Tortorella behind the bench, the Mike Babcock behind the bench. It's old news. Get Bettman out, new face in. Change the culture from the top down.
See what happens. Yep.
That's my stance on it. I mean, I don't want to like fucking crucify the guy just because he's the commissioner, and that's just dumb to me. Like, I don't like that. But there are reasons to not like what he's done.
Oh yeah, 100%. But it's also you don't know.
Yeah, you don't exactly know the whole story.
You don't exactly know the whole story, yeah. And you also don't know what it's like to be in Bettman's shoes. Like, is it someone else? Is he like stranglehold by like two different people to like? I don't think it's just him doing it either. There's a whole team around him trying to figure out like the best thing, and he's just the face to say this is
what we decided.
To do. And now what you're saying, is right. He's getting crucified for a group. Organized group decision.
And I'm willing to crucify him for the Blackhawks thing if things come out that like it kind of seems like they've swept this under the rug, like he's kind of trying to cover this up. Like, I'm fine with that. I'm just not cool with being like fuck this guy because he's the commissioner.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
I don't know.
No, I'm 100% with you. I like where your mind's at the majority of the time.
Yeah, majority of the time.
Majority of the time. Not all the time, majority of the time. I guess moving on to some positives here. I have if anyone's watched the Mic'd Up with Matt videos, I talk about Dave Blanchard, my coworker, a lot on there, and he wanted me to talk about this on the podcast, which is kind of funny to me because anyway, Mic'd Up with Matt Part 4 dropped today. Good episode. I'm never doing that fucking neck cam again, by the way. There's shit that happened in this game that if it was on the glass like it should have been.
You just couldn't get like the entire angle that you needed for some of the shots, some of the saves, even like some of the action down the other end.
Right, exactly. But definitely go check it out. I'm telling you, like I texted one of the guys I was playing against because of what happened. He's like, dude, you get your GoPro, get that? And I was just like, I don't know, I'll that when I edit it. So I just texted the whole video over to him, and he responded, loved the video. So go check it out over there. I love doing these videos. I'm getting a little bit better at editing them, and we still got to get Chris in the crease with Chris. We got to get that going.
Yeah, get that up and running. That'd be nice.
Yep, that'd be nice. As for, I mean, that's all. That's all I got for tonight, buddy. That's all I got.
And that's it.
That's it.
How about me? I'm sick as a dog,
short
man.
Episode. That's what I was thinking too. I was like, gonna do the podcast, but I was like looking at you sick, and then I was trying to send it over to you with some of these conversations. You're like, yep, whatever, just keep this going. I'm like, okay.
What?
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
I don't know.
You're the one over there yawning.
Yeah, you're right. You're all right. We're dying over here. We're old men. But yeah, you are sick. This might be a little short episode for the sick boy over here.
Yep.
But let's do this shot.
Yeah, I got Dr. McGillicuddy. He's my favorite. Menthol mint, baby.
I'm going to do Fireball, this last one.
Bring a man back to his college days.
Oh, yeah. Oh, last Saturday. No, it was Saturday before, right?
Yeah, 2 Saturdays ago.
Fuck. We're going to do it again tomorrow, by the way.
That's right.
Yep.
Cheers.
Cheers, buddy.
Oh, it's like drinking Listerine.
Oh, fuck me. Dude, Fireball is atrocious. No. Oh, my God. I don't like that at all.
Really?
Oh, fuck, I hate
You were
it.
swearing by it, I swear. Like at the beginning of our first few episodes, you were like, "Oh, I love Fireball. It's so good."
It's funny how, like, just your taste buds change.
Yeah,
It's fucking-
definitely.
Oh, it's disgusting. It'll be funny if you called us out. You don't sound good.
Okay, thank you. You all set?
You want me to call us
No,
out?
I got it. You all set?
Yeah,
You
I'm
done?
good.
All right.
Yep.
Thanks everyone for listening. If there's anything you want to see us cover next episode, let us know. Our links are in the description, and we'll see you all next week. Peace.